Hello, everyone. Whether you whether you are in Bangalore experiencing the chilliest of weathers amidst these festive vibes, or you are attending this session from the other part of the globe, warm welcome to the meeting number 82 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I'm Sreehari Acharya, your Sergeant at Arms for the day. As a Sergeant at Arms, I'd like to highlight few key important points for the meeting. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entirety of the meeting. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when you're called upon to the stage for speaking. And when you're given the chance to speak, we request you to refrain from using these three topics: sex, religion, and politics. So please, there is no as such rule from the Toastmasters International per se, but we at the Gabbys believe it's better to refrain from talking about such topics and thereby respecting people's sensitive opinions. Now, let me hand over the stage to the presiding officer for today. She is an experienced B2B sales professional and certified soft skills trainer with a decade of industry exposure. Currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in the United States, she is a mindful introvert, striving to become a profound public speaker. Grateful for the camaraderie of the Toastmasters fraternity, she actively serves as a club mentor, a club coach, and as an area director across various districts. While continuously learning and growing through her pathways, she also serves as the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome presiding officer for the day, Smruti S. Mohanty.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sreehari. Can we have a huge round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya? It is often said that every gathering, social gathering or a personal gathering of minds and hearts is like a lighthouse. Why? Because each individual brings their unique light to guide and inspire others. That's personally what I feel. So today is no different. We are here, come together to this particular meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, where we create a collective brilliance that illuminate pathways of growth, learning, and connection. I hereby officially open this particular meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. A warm welcome to everyone present in this particular meeting. Whether you are a dedicated member, a visiting Toastmasters exploring new horizon, or a guest stepping into the world of possibilities for the first time, this meeting is as much yours as it is ours. To begin with, a particularly special moment for us today to welcome the newest addition to the Gabbys family, Toastmaster Priya Singh. We are thrilled to have you on board and look forward to seeing you grow in this particular journey. Please give it up for Priya. And let me see if she is in our meeting today. No, she's not in our meeting today. However, Priya, on behalf of the entire Gabby's family, we welcome you on board and we are so looking forward to see you delivering your speeches, being active in our regular Toastmasters meeting. Now, before we proceed, it's not only about members, as I said, it's about the people who join this particular meeting to make it more qualitative in nature. So who are they? They are our beautiful guest. We would love to know more about you, your name, where you are joining today, how you got to know about Gabby's. Can I request few of you to please share in quickly 30 seconds a brief introduction about yourself? Let me see if I have any new face here and I can see familiar faces. Then let me pick someone. May I request Mamta Jain? Would you please like to, I know you have been joining our meetings, but would you like to please share a brief introduction? 30 seconds, please.
Hello, I am Mamta Jain. It's a pleasure to meet you all in this meeting. I am here to enhance my communication skills. Looking forward to a great meeting ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mamta, for joining us today. Now, may I request our visiting Toastmaster Ranjini Rao, would you please like to share a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah, hello, good evening, everyone. And thank you for the opportunity. My name is Ranjini Rao, and I'm from District 98. I'm from Mumbai. I've been a part of Toastmasters for quite some time, and I love visiting other Toastmasters clubs whenever I get time. So looking forward to a wonderful meeting today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining this particular meeting of Gabbys. Though we know we have seen Toastmaster Messiah joining us from quite a long time, but Toastmaster Messiah, would you like to please share a quick introduction with people who are joining this meeting for the first time?
My name is Musaad and from Matale, Sri Lanka. I've been a Toastmaster for the last 2 years, and I enjoy visiting several clubs. I visited your club for the first time. It was very interesting, and I hope I'll enjoy the second meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me say quickly, distinguished Toastmaster Harish, would you please help us with a quick introduction? Our
Hi,
fellow members, hi.
Good evening, Gabbys. How are you? I'm
We are
not.
good.
I'm not the first time visitor. That's why I was holding myself. I do pop in every now and then because this is a convenient time whenever I'm driving back home after office. Your club operates, so that's what I'm joining you from Dubai. So as usual, I'll be enjoying your company.
Likewise, distinguished Toastmaster Harish, thank you for joining the meeting once again. Though I'm not inviting Toastmaster Kishore because he is a speaker today, so he will have his piece of introduction separately. Let me ask Toastmaster Kendall, would you please help us with a quick introduction? Though you have been joining our meeting, would you like to share something before we begin?
Sure, good day. I'm Kendall Keto. I'm a Toastmaster from Inspired Speakers in the island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. I believe this is my second visit to your club, and I look forward to today's meeting.
Thank you so much once again. Okay, I can see all familiar faces. In case I missed inviting you, please don't worry. Please share an introduction in the chat. You will get your segment, your piece to get spotlighted in our upcoming events. If not, towards the end of the meeting, we'll reconnect once again to have a quick one-on-one chat. Okay, thank you once again for each and every member guest for joining this particular meeting. Every meeting, this involvement is kind of an inspiration which helps us to transform ourselves from what we were yesterday. Speaking about transformation, well, I'm thrilled to announce a very significant milestone, a meeting which we all are expecting, eagerly waiting for. The meeting will be held on 18th of January 2025, where we will have a hybrid meeting arrangement with a quick club or a combination of a book launch of Padma Shri Syed Kirmani, the legendary Indian cricketer, one of the India's finest wicket keepers. His name is there. You can't miss the name, miss the persona whenever the iconic World Cup of 1983 comes into picture, the discussion pops up. Well, his book is candidly the trace. It captures very beautifully when I was going through the synopsis, when I was going through what the book is all about, where he has very clearly mentioned that you will find the traces of his life from a boy growing in Bangalore to winning the 1984 World Cup and the life after that beyond the cricketing world. So we are all excited to witness this one of the incredible meetings of the Gabbys, which will be happening on 18th of January. It's a hybrid arrangement. So please, if you are in Bangalore, personally, don't miss the opportunity. Come and join the Gabbys meeting. If not in Bangalore, then the virtual meeting is always open. The you can definitely join online to witness that particular incredible meeting in place. Coming back to Toastmasters meeting, well, today we saw most of us are Toastmasters in general. So I'll just skip the part of sharing the history. Having said that, we all know Toastmasters is a camaraderie, is a group wherein we come together to learn and enhance the communication and leadership skills. Enhancing the skills definitely is an art, a science, which need a lot of efforts. But there is another specific part which is very close to our personal life, maybe coined in India, but we don't miss out the part, a very specific terminology called Jugaad. That's the essence of this particular meeting. Well, skill, talent, theoretical knowledge, everything is important. However, this fine art is also a very crucial element when it comes to life. Now, you might be wondering what it is all about. I'm not the right person. I'll definitely call someone who will take us through the entire definition, maybe the origin or its implication in detail. That will be the Toastmaster of this particular evening. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sunil, who will be the Toastmaster of the day, a senior engineer at a PSU who is passionate about continuous learning, who is also very keen in learning cricket and English, always keen about enhancing his communication skill, a firm believer of simplicity, integrity, and hard work. Let's put your hands together to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, who will take us through this journey of the terminology Jugaad. Toastmaster Sunil, the stage is all yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, General Elevator Smruti as Mohanty. Thank you for having a Jugaad for my introduction, my kind introduction. Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. First of all, happy Sankranti, Makar Sankranti. What is a Jugaad? Let me know first. What comes to your mind when you hear the word Jugaad? Please tell me. Anyone Jugaad? You Jugaad for the sentence, for the answer.
Alternative to plan to complete the work.
Good.
Hello, Jugaad is where only the end matters, the effort don't matter.
I believe Jugaad is to get work done either by hook or by crook.
Complete a hard-working task by lazy working.
Jugaad is basically an adjustment done to achieve the end goal.
You all are right. Jugaad is an alternative arrangement, a frugal innovation, improvised, makeshift, hack, provisional, make do, etc. And we know that Jugaad is a Hindi colloquial word, but the world's most trusted English language dictionary, Oxford English Dictionary, OED, has officially accepted the word Jugaad along with 69 other Indian words in their update of September 2017. And according to the dictionary, Jugaad is a noun and an adjective. Its definition is a flexible approach to problem solving that uses limited resources in an innovative way. Every day we think of some Jugaad solutions and apply them. It can be a statement, it can be about time, an action, or any kind of physical setup, anything. When I joined Toastmasters in March 2024, I started attending meetings on my mobile. I used to keep the mobile standing with books or some other support. So sometimes it used to slip and fall. Then a jugaad came to my mind. I took a thick aluminum wire, old broken, hanger, and bent it as per requirement and made a mobile stand from it. You can see that it is visible. Is it visible? Yeah. Then I started using my mobile on that stand. Okay. Now you can see that was my jugaad for mobile stand from a old broken hanger wire, aluminum wire, and I started using this. So I know that you all are far more intelligent and creative than me. So I want all of you, would any one of you like to share a time when you had to think on your feet and come up with a jugaad solution? Oh, have you ever seen someone else's jugaad solution and thought, wow, that's genius? What was it? Please share.
Yeah, I can go first, Toastmaster Sunil. Yeah, I think my entire life is a jugaad thanks to my grandmother, who has, from my childhood, converted the jam bottles into ghee bottles and whatnot. And I'm sure every Indian family knows this. And the milk packets that we used to get into makeshift, a makeshift carrier, the dustbin bags and whatnot. But right now, where I'm right now living in a very jugadu situation because I'm right now in a village on top of a mountain where you have a dearth of resources. So, I don't have a cloth line. So I just removed a drawstring from one of my joggers and I'm using that as a cloth line here. Or you don't have cups and holders. So using plastic bottles, cutting them with knife and using them as holders for your spoons and phones. So I think right now also everything is jugaad only. And I'm sure we can't find an Indian household where at least one thing is not a jugaad. I think it's impossible for Indians.
Yes, yes, you are right. That's why I was saying that every day we always we always make some jugaads, some excuses when we are late at from somewhere. We make a jugaad statement that I was busy there, I was doing this. Anyone of want to discuss or
I
share
just want to say
something?
something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. My current company gave me a monitor, a bigger monitor, but I stay in a PG in Bangalore, so I don't have any table or anything. So what I used to do was on the bed, there is one side where we place the head, we have vertical, right? So I used to place my monitor there, and I used to work there on the bed itself. And when I was fed up, whenever I get fed up with work, I'll move the monitor across on the bed and sleep there.
Great. Anyone else? Okay, let's move on. How this word Jugaad came first. This was the Jugaad, an alternative vehicle. It is used in villages. It was first used to describe an indigenous vehicle developed in the hinterland of North India. Some enterprising farmer attached his irrigation pump to his cart to help transport his produce, and the first Jugaad was born. They are now ubiquitous in Indian villages, with tractor engines propelling bus chassis, motorcycle engines propelling tractor carts, etc. As you can see, these vehicles do not exactly comply with all safety standards. They are very popular because they are not regulated, hence no road tax, registration, or other red tape hassle. So Jugaad is a symbol of innovative, out-of-the-box engineering which uses limited resources to fashion cheap solutions to real problems. Now I can see some guests in the meeting. For their benefit, I would like to explain the structure of today's meeting. Like a regular Toastmasters meeting, today's meeting also has three sections: prepared speech section, table topics section, and evaluation section. Before starting any section, I would first like to invite the general elevator of the day, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee, to brief us about her role and responsibility. Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee works for Australia New Zealand's Bank's Economic Research Team. She has over 10 years of experience in her EdTech and FinTech domain. A chemical engineering from VTU chose to be an editor due to her passion for the English language. Currently, she is the president of ANZ Manyata Toastmasters Club. Roshni is a neurodiversity advocate, and as part of ANZ's Abilities Network, she loves to champion the cause of diversity, equity, and inclusion. She enjoys talking to people and collecting stories, and believes in making a difference through the power of words. Over to you, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. This is something that I really love about Toastmasters. We get to hear our own introduction, which is obviously written by us from somebody else and which makes us feel good about our accomplishments. Today, I'll be the general evaluator of the session. I will attend the session and share my feedback on what went wrong or what went right and overall how the session was conducted. I'll not be able to do this tough task alone, so I have with me my tag team. Tag is Timer, R Counter, and Grammarian. Today's timer is Toastmaster Gaurav. Gaurav is a design engineer based in Bangalore. He holds an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering and a postgraduate degree in tool engineering. Looks like he symbolizes the whole concept of Jugaad at some point, because I'm sure that you all have seen the movies where the engineers can make things happen with Jugaad. He's passionate about gaming, bike rides, and sketching. He's eager to enhance his public speaking and leadership abilities. He joined Toastmasters Club and looks forward to making new friends. Over to you, Timer Toastmaster Gaurav, to explain your role.
Yes, thank you for the lovely introduction, General Evaluator. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I believe giving a speech is a Jugaad. From keeping the speech content and time in line, it's a Jugaad. So today I'm your Jugaad timer, and I will be evaluating all your Jugaad speeches. So as the timer today, I will be evaluating the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards. I will just give me a second. So yeah, these are the green, yellow, and red cards. So table topic speakers should limit their remarks to not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be about 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Other speeches should be between 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes of length. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Grace time of 30 seconds will be provided after red card to wrap up your speech. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that quick and fantastic description of your role. And thank you for showing all the colors. I apologize for the background noise. My dog Nami is joining our session as well. The R counter is the next tag team member. The R counter for today is Toastmaster Prasang. Prasang Mani Manav is a software engineer at Radisson since July 2021. He has a degree in engineering from NIT Allahabad. He enjoys playing badminton, chess, and going to the gym. Over to you, R counter, for describing your role.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator, Roshni. And good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I'm the R counter for the today meeting. The purpose of R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and the role players of the today meeting. This report would focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as er, inappropriate interjections, for instance, and, well, but, so, the use of crutch words, similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this means, unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. I will present the rest of my report when called by the general evaluator during the general evaluation session. Yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasang. With that, we move on to the next role taker, that is the grammarian. The grammarian for today's session is Toastmaster Sudhir. He has been working as a senior manager in the R&D center of an aeronautical firm for the last 16 years, and I know that he's a very active Toastmaster on Gabbys International. Over to you, grammarian Sudhir, to explain your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, I am responsible for paying close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language uses. I'll note any misuse of English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts as well. As a grammarian, I also must introduce the word of the day. It's my privilege. And based on the themes, I must say today's word is quite synonymous. It is tinker, spelled as Tinker. Tinker means to fix or to mess around, just like mechanical engineers about just about anything. Synonyms may be fiddle with, or we Indian, or nearest cousin of the word is Jugaad. For example, your speech evaluator or general evaluator maybe might ask you to tinker with your speech and add some more specific or vivid details. Another way, can you tinker with my laptop? It's not working right. One more, he attempted at least 5 versions and tinkered with the machine for years together before announcing it to publicly. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, Tinker, tinker. I'll give a word of the day report and grammatical uses report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir. You give lovely examples from real world scenarios, and you actually brought in the theme of the day as well. Good way of tinkering with words to come up with a very practical example. With that, I come to the end of the tag team introduction, handing over to Toastmaster of the day, Sunil Gupta, to continue the session.
Today, no listener.
I apologize for the missed Toastmaster Sudharma, my personal mentor and favorite Gabbys Toastmaster. The listener for the day is Toastmaster Sudharma. Sudharma stays in, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, in Vennapuva, Sri Lanka, and is a fellow chartered accountant. She has an MBA from the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, Sri Lanka. I hope I pronounced that right. She's interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. Sudharma is a treasurer of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma, to explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshni. As listener, today I will check your active listening skills. So I will come back with 5 questions to check your active listening, and I hope you will listen to the speeches and evaluations and our TMOD sessions very clearly and reply to my questions very actively. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma. With this, and apologies for the miss again, Sudharma. With this, I hand over to Toastmaster Sunil to take the session ahead.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for precisely describing your and your team's role. Before moving on to the prepared speech section, let's look at some humorous Jugaad scenarios that might tickle your funny bone. Let's move on to the prepared speech section. Today, the first speaker is Toastmaster Nilesh Kumar. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sagar Duggal. I would request both of them to confirm their presence. I think both are present. Toastmaster Nilesh, hailing from Siwan, Bihar. He holds a B Pharma from PES College and is pursuing MTech in Biotechnology from NIPER Mohali. He enjoys badminton, cricket, music, and meeting new people. He has joined Toastmasters to enhance his soft skills. He is going to present Level 1, Project 1 icebreaker speech of the path, but he told me that his path is not so far clear. The purpose of this project is for the members to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, the speech length is 4 to 6 minutes. The title of the speech is Learning from Failures, Growing with Hope. Toastmaster Nilesh Kumar. Learning from failures, growing with hope. Learning from failures, growing with hope. Toastmaster Nilesh Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Sunil Gupta. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Nilesh Kumar Gupta, born and brought up in Siwan, Bihar. And currently, I am pursuing my Bachelor of Pharmacy. Currently, I am pursuing my MTech in Biotechnology from NIPER Mohali. Today, I am I would like to share my journey, a story that start with a humble beginning and unexpected detours, and ultimately finding a path to grow further in my life. I grew up in a small village of Siwan district, and I completed my class. I completed my education till class 10th from a Hindi medium schools. And I was not a studious guy, but I used to manage decent scores in my school exam. My life till class 10th was normal like other kids of middle class background people. I used to go to a school, and a school and tuition on regular basis, and I used to play cricket, badminton, and kabaddi in the free time with my friends. After finishing my class 10th, I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor. Because of that reason, my parents sent me to Kota, that is a education hub in India, for the preparation of medical entrance exam. I moved from Siwan to Kota for the preparation of medical entrance exam. I started preparing with a great enthusiasm. I completed my 10th class in 2013, and I completed my class 12th in 2015, along with the preparing with medical entrance exam. From 2015 to 2020, I was preparing for the medical entrance exam. Continuously, from these 5 years of the period, continuously I faced failures, back-to-back failures. I gave 5 attempts for the medical entrance exam, and I failed in every attempt. Each failure was painful. It felt like that I was wasting not only the time but also the trust and the support of my family. My peer members were moving forward, and I stuck. While I stuck and questioning myself whether I am capable, or questioning my self-worth. But after those 5 years after those 5 challenging years, I take a tough decision and decided to let go of my dreams to becoming a doctor. And it's not easy, but I knew that I have to move forward. And I took admission in a private college in Bangalore for the B Pharmacy courses. And I did my Bachelor of Pharmacy from PS College of Pharmacy in Bangalore from 2020 to 2024. While doing my B Pharm, I wanted to pursue higher education. Because of that, I started preparing competitive exam for the higher education, and from the 3rd year of the B Pharm itself. And I cleared NIPER JEE, GPAT and NIPER JEE exams in the just after completion of my B Pharmacy, and secured a seat in MTech Biotech in the NIPER Mohali. That is the topmost college for the pharmacy background in India. My story is not just about the struggle of academically, but it also about the resilience and adaptability according to the condition, and courage to reinvent myself. And today I want to during this period of time, I have learned that the failure is not a part of the it is not a opposite of the success. It's a part of the journey. And those 5 years that I once thought it was wastage, they taught me perseverance, patience, and embracing to the new opportunities. Today, anyone facing any challenges in life, I would like to say that never let failure decide your destiny. Never let failure define you. it's never too late to change your path and grow and work for your further goal. Life is not like a straight line. It's a journey of learning, growth, and resilience. And at the end, I want to say that I have joined the Toastmasters to improve my communication skills and other soft skills that are going to help in my further career or life. Thank you everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Nilesh. A very wonderful icebreaker speech. I would request everyone to give him a standing ovation.
Thank you everyone.
And Nilesh, your story quite resonates with me. I also studied from Hindi medium. I was not studious. I used to play cricket. Oh, great.
Thank you.
Now, today's second speaker is Toastmaster Kishore. He will be evaluated by DTM Sourav Dutta. I would request both of them to confirm their presence.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Toastmaster Kishore. On weekdays, a web developer. On weekends, an explorer, amateur home cook, binge watcher, and he is currently VP Education of Spoken Word Toastmasters Club. He is going to present Level 1, Project 4, Evaluation and Feedback of the Path Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is to apply feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during the club meeting. Timer, please note, the speech duration will be 5 to 7 minutes. The title of the speech is The Importance of Teaching Work-Life Balance in Education. Toastmaster Kishore, the importance of teaching work-life balance in education. The importance of teaching work-life balance in education, Toastmaster Kishore.
Thank you, Sunil Gupta, for the introduction. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before getting into the speech, I just want to ask you a question. How many of you hate their education system they studied in? Can you raise your hand? Yeah, that's Grace. Okay, let's first understand how the idea of this education system and these exams and everything came into existence. Like about 150 years ago, most people didn't have any exams or anything. Most people are farmers, and they relied on physical labor, and they were taught these skills either by their parents or their community. But about 150 years ago, in the early 19th century, industrial revolution has taken place to mess up the lives of everyone. And people started adopting machines from human labor. And so this led to expanse of industries and change in life of the people day-to-day life. And there is a requirement for skilled people in missions. So they needed people who can innovate new missions, troubleshoot the existing missions and update them, and people who can operate these missions, and people who can learn new technologies in these missions. So to create and fill up these jobs related to these missions, they created an education system to teach about the missions. So this is the idea behind this messed up education system, how it is. Well, some countries have adopted new educational policies to add flexibility and creativity to their education system. Some other countries still remain using job-ready individuals, like including our country, India. So that now we got about how the idea of the education system came into existence. Let's dwell how our Indian education system currently is. Our Indian education system currently is very rigid. There will be a specific curriculum. You want to engineer, this is the curriculum. You want to become doctor, this is the curriculum. Even if you don't become doctor, this is your curriculum. Join it. And we don't get to tinker in diverse subjects. We just only the maths, science, that's all, everything. So as we don't get to tinker around, our curiosity often get lost in this. And I want to ask you one more question. How many of you hate attending interviews or writing exams? How many of you fear them? You can raise your hand. Thank you. Thank you. I fear exams and interviews so much. Whenever I try to attend an exam or an interview, my hands, palms will be sweating, and my heart will be pounding with fear, like a background music of a horror movie. And I want to get away from that moment, disappear from it instead of staying there. But still, I have to go through with it because I don't know any other way to learn. I need to attend these interviews and write these exams. And even after the interviews exam get complete, even at night, I get bad dreams about it. Instead of getting dreams about Alia, but I get dreams about this interview panel and the invigilators. So that's how much fear my education system has placed me in my mind. Even after I have graduated long time back, still I get some bad dreams about. I don't even write any exams, but still I get dreams about it. And we all, due to this education system, we all become very work minded. We are not never thought about work life balance. We are only thought about work. So we often overcommit to this work and forgetting our personal balance and needs. So due to we even fool ourselves into believing that just 1 week vacation if you go out somewhere, or just one weekend parties will make release all our headaches of this work. But that doesn't happen. After that, when working day comes back, all headaches will come back to us. So I recently came across a quote in a book named Atlas Shrugged, written by an author Ayn Rand. In that book, she mentions that of all the living beings that train their young in the art of survival, birds who spend stupendous amount of time to train their young to fly, and cats who teach their young kittens to how to hunt. But yet man, whose tool of survival is his mind, does not merely fail to teach how the child how to think, but devotes his education into destroying his mind. And I felt closely related to it because I feel like my education system has destroyed my mind instead of giving knowledge and making me a capable person to work in to work in this world. In conclusion, what I want to say is our education system is created for a different era way back. Well, it might have served its purpose, but it's time for it to end and a new updated policy need to come. For the fast pacing current world, it will not work. So we need to update our education system, which helps to tinker around and experiment in the subjects, and encourage students to really understand it, and make them lose their fear in the process of learning, so that the students can really learn how to live rather than just how to survive. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kishore, for a wonderful speech. And you you make me reminded of my school days and fear of exams. But I don't dream of Alia Bhatt. I dream of someone else. Timer, please let us know that if there is any disqualification in this section.
There are no disqualifications.
Okay. So since there is an icebreaker speech in this section, no polling will happen for this section. Now we will take 5 minutes break. It is now 8:19. We will come back at 8:24. Till then, enjoy and take a bio break. Meeting again. We have seen some humorous jugaads. Now let's take a look at some sustainable and very innovative jugaads to everyday problems, reducing waste and minimizing environmental impact that you too can adopt in your daily life. Mixing tap. Screen is visible. Bicycle seat. Floor mill. Car seat. These are innovative ideas. No, we Indians are innovators. Espresso coffee maker. Cooling air duct. Now you have to tell me which jugaad you like the most.
Air duct.
Coffee machine.
I'm launching the poll. Now please poll. So according to our audience, according to our intelligent audience, winner is espresso coffee maker. Kudos to that innovator. Let's move on to the table topic section. To conduct this section, I would like to invite the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Bindu Joseph. Toastmaster Bindu Joseph, our TTM today is someone who doesn't like to be introduced but prefers to be discovered. She's on and she's on a continuous journey to learn, improve, and share. Her hobbies are versatile. Anything that challenges her creativity in the present or future. Toast Tabletop Master Bindu Joseph, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Sunil. So the table topic session. It's that special session or section of a Toastmasters meeting, you could say, that a short recap for existing Toastmasters and an introduction to guests that might be here. It is that section, the do or die section, the thrill or torture section, where you have a chance to practice or experience the art of impromptu speaking. So basically what that means is I'm going to throw a topic at a volunteer and they're going to have 1 to 2 minutes to design a mini speech out of it. It can be any format that you desire. Consider it as a small experiment. So the timer will give you cues as to when you are eligible, that is 1 minute, or when you're at your optimal 2 minutes, and when you've reached the end, 2 minutes 30 seconds, you'll have the red card shown. Now, as far as opportunities is concerned, for those who are hyper enthused about trying a table topic, please raise your hands. You will be definitely, we'll try to give you a chance, but Gabbys, of course, believes in equality. So, there's an equal chance that even if you're behind a screen, you might be called for a table topic. Now, coming to the table topics today, let's talk about the theme, Jugaad. Believe it or not, it's a word that was totally unfamiliar to me. And for those of you who know me, that is an unfamiliar situation. So when I heard the various definitions that were given at the beginning of the meeting, I was thinking Machiavelli. Yes, it sounds so much like Machiavellian philosophy. The means, or let's say something justifies a means, the end justifies a means. So let's see how creative you are, how correctively creative you are today in today's table topics. Now, let's see, do we have any volunteers? You can raise your hands. I don't know if it's the problem with my screen, but I am not seeing any raised hands. So I'm going to go directly and ask Toastmaster Harish, are you there?
Yes.
Toastmaster Harish, let us just say that you are given the most prestigious top-level position in Toastmasters. And you're also given an opportunity to change paths or pathways, whichever way you'd like to take it. Give us a 2-minute rendition of what you'd like to do about that particular opportunity.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. You have pushed me in a wonderland where you want me to think like an Alice trying to change the wonderful 100-year-old organization which has come up with fantastic pathways and program where one can learn leadership as well as communication skills. And if you want me to tinker the proceedings and recommend something new, I would definitely like to add one particular pathway, that is a pathway of Jugaads, where one has to think on his feet, come and think out of box. And the whole purpose of this pathway would be to make your ends meet. How you do it, what all resources you use it, that's totally up to you. There won't be any manual, there won't be any mentoring, there won't be anything. Only thing which is important in this particular pathway of Jugaad is to win, to come up with flying colors. How you do it, it's up to you. This is how you are going to tinker your brain. From thinker, you become a tinker, where you are going to play to win and to come up with flying colors. And this would be my new pathway of Jugaads, come up with flying colors. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Harish, thank you so much. I mean, but let me just see. A project on impromptuness. That would be personally a nightmare for me. The project states that you have to speak on anything under the sun, for 5 to 7 minutes and engage your audience. Definitely a level 5 project. And let's see if 2025 or 2026, someone will hear that particular innovative thought or prayer of yours. So for our next speaker, I would like to invite Aritra. If I'm not wrong with the pronunciation, would you like to take a table topic?
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible. May I ask if you are a Toastmaster?
No, I'm a guest actually.
Okay. Have you, is this the first time you're attending a Toastmaster meeting, or are you aware of
No, it's my fourth time. It's my third or fourth time I'm attending a meeting like this.
Then in that case, you are a seasoned guest and you are up for a challenge, I assume.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now I want you to spur that creative thought process of yours. You are attending a wedding and you arrive late. IST, Indian Standard Time. No big deal. You're 5 minutes away from the podium to greet the newlyweds, and suddenly you realize you are at the wrong wedding. Up to you. Or over to you, rather.
First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a very peculiar situation, I must say. We often find ourselves or wish to crash in weddings for the free foods we get. But unknowingly getting into a wedding like this is, I think it's very much unfortunate. But I would take up as a particular challenge, and I would just go there with confidence. And then as I'm in the midway of meeting and greeting the grooms, I will definitely meet them and make them believe that I know them by giving some of the relevance and meeting or greeting their very close members that I will assume that the people that are close to them, I will meet and greet them first, then go on to the groom. And I would like to talk with them for some time, have some food, and it will be a wise decision to get away from the wedding from that part. So I would like to have minimal interaction with the groom and some of the family members, as it wouldn't be very much awkward for me. And then would like to discover a bit, and then I would like to leave the place. And if I carry some gifts, as I will be carrying some gifts, I would like to offer that to the groom. That will make my presence much more impactful, I guess. So that will be my thought process if I get into a wedding unknowingly, the wrong wedding, I must say. Thank you.
Thank you. What an interesting take of a plan B. If I were in that scenario, I don't know if I would have the courage to carry out plan B. So dear friends, realize that you can make hay out of, you can make gold out of any hay. It's just a matter of creative thought process. Or like our Toastmaster of the day would say, the Jugaad philosophy. Now, Prasang, would you like to take a table topic?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay. You are a Toastmaster, I assume, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get a table topic from God. God says that, 2024, you've done too many good deeds. So he has no other choice but to grant you a wish. But you don't exactly, have full range of this particular wish. He says that he will grant you either a promotion or a new talent. What is your choice going to be?
I must say the talent I want to choose, because I can skill myself and make those skills into the new opportunities where I not to beg to the God to give me this, give me that. Only I wanted to ask to them that just give me the power, give me the peaceful mind to tackle those challenges where to achieve those skill I want to. But sometimes if the challenge was not going as per your own way, you will fed up and just go to the God again and just beg, please give me that, because of you I can't get this. Sometimes we blame the God so much. I wanted to be from the God side, that someone who's mostly beg that give me those, give me that. I wanted to be something like that, but I not want to. Because I see most of the time whenever I ask back from the God, he make more challenges rather than just keeping those unwanted things apart. Yeah, here I conclude myself. Yes.
Prasad, I'm sure what's it, that particular conversation of God is very interesting.
Yeah.
Challenges. Now, if you retrospectively think, don't you think those challenges have been useful to you? Haven't you grown from them? I
Yeah,
mean,
so much.
yes, absolutely. So challenges also have their role.
Mhm.
Now to all the hands that have been raised and I have been very unfaithfully ignoring. Toastmaster Bala, would you like to take this topic?
Yes, Toastmasters, Bindu, I can take.
Okay, Toastmaster Bala, you are in the court of Toastmaster International. And the judge says that, Bala, you are guilty as a Toastmaster of not doing a single speech in the last 4 months. Justify yourself.
My Lord, I agree. I truly agree that I am guilty of not having delivered a single speech in last 4 months. But before you provide your sentence, you need to understand what happened 5 months before. I was so addicted to Toastmasters. I just walked into my bedroom one day. I closed the door like a sergeant of arms. And I delivered a kind of presidential speech to my wife. I became the Toastmaster of the day, where I said to myself, the theme was irritate her, just irritate her. I went ahead, and after that, she gave me a prepared speech, which was like, you are irresponsible. You do not know anything about what's happening in the household, and you just keep going and attending Toastmasters meeting. I wanted to tell her something, but she was not allowing me to speak. I showed the green card, I showed the yellow card, I showed the red card. I thought she'll stop in 30 seconds. She did not stop for 30 minutes. After that, I told her something where she got stuck. And she said, ah, er. I said, look, you're using the filler words. After that, she really got irritated and she said, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. I looked right into her face and I asked, is idiot the word of the day? After that, evaluation and general evaluation, everything was done by her. I could not tinker with anything. I did not get that 1 to 2 minutes to even speak. Milord, because of that, I'm a bit down. I'm still recovering. Kindly give me some more time. I will come back with my prepared speech. It's not about tinkering the facts, but it's about what I did to myself and I presented in front of you. Would you all agree? Back to you, David Master.
Bala, do you know that you are fitting into 80% statistics? 80% of Toastmasters, when they are asked on a table topic to give an excuse, will quote their spouse. And our favorite Toastmaster who does that, I am not seeing him among our guests today. I'm missing him. Okay, thank you, Bala. Now, I think perhaps for the last table topic, Toastmaster Manoj, would you like to take this? You're muted.
I can take it.
Right. Toastmaster Manoj, do you like reading?
Yes, of course.
As a child, did you like fairy tales?
Not much.
Okay. Then as an adult, do you have a favorite author?
I like Coelho. I like
Fictional. I'm asking about a fictional author.
fictions. I love Paul Coelho. Like Alchemist, I love Hemingway.
Wow, beautiful books. Now, I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
You are reborn as an author of Alchemist, and you feel that, this, I'm going to come with an Alchemist part 2 or with a change storyline. The floor is yours, Manoj. Your thoughts on that?
Life is a quest, and alchemy of life is wonderful. It's miraculous. So Manoj goes on a kind of quest. It's a quest, and quest of self-discovery. After 40 years of quest, in the first part, he finds that yes, everything lies within, and there first part stops. The second part starts from there. But after discovering the path, how do you get to know yourself? Phoenix-like, tinkering with the acumen, the power that you have within. You have to glow and regenerate yourself. Like a phoenix, once its lifetime gets over, it reduces itself to ashes and grows a new phoenix out of it. So Manoj does that. After 40 years in the first part, in the second part, it regenerates itself and goes a kind of metamorphosis and becomes a new Manoj altogether. So that would be the story of part 2, Alchemist. And the story, it not like all those motivational stories talk about take a step forward. Here Manoj takes steps backward, takes a U-turn to nothingness, because he believes in nothingness lies everything. When you leave everything, you start getting everything. And that is the story of Alchemist Part 2. Over to you. Thank you.
Kudos, Manoj. That was one of the toughest topics that I could have given you, and you just aced it. You brought me memories back of Alchemist. I must have read this a decade back. A beautiful book, very small, but with so much insights. But more than that, I appreciate your creative insights on how it should continue as a part 2. Dear friends, if you have not read Alchemist, please take a chance, 2025, and explore it. Now, I'd like to ask a timer. Do I have time for another table topic?
No. Bindu, you have to wrap up.
Okay. Thank you, guests and Toastmasters, all of you who are attending here, for participating so avidly and beautifully in the table topic session. Now, I'd like to hand back the floor to Sunil.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Bindu. As your hobbies are versatile, your topics were also versatile. Wedding place to wedding venue to Toastmasters court. Thank you. Really interesting topics. Timer, please let us know that if there is any disqualification in the table topic section.
No, there are no disqualifications.
Okay. Let's test your Jugaad mind. If you had to find a Jugaad to eat a bowl of noodles without a fork or spoon, how would you do that? Please come up with a solution, with a Jugaad. Noodles without fork, without spoon.
How about chopsticks?
Chopsticks.
I can simply use my hand.
With hands.
With hands. This is a very conventional, unconventional Jugaad. There are so many.
How about putting in a mixer and then drinking it?
Oh, mixing. Great.
Teaser,
Yes, Mita.
teaser, that just like a pulling like this. No, teaser, that will be there. No, tweezer.
Freezer. Okay, okay, freeze. Okay, okay. I'll tell you some jugards. You don't have pen. You can eat with your pen or pencil. And in your childhood, you haven't made a scoop with papers. You can make a stick with paper. You can take a stick from any tree. There's so many jugards. You have to think out of the box. That's a target.
Yeah, cardboard, one of them.
Yes, yes. Now I will hand over the stage to the general evaluator to present their and their team members' evaluation reports. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil Gupta, for that energetic session full of Jugaad. I'm going to share a simple example of Jugaad that I think every mother does. That is sneaking healthy food into the children's food. For example, when I make rotis at night, I mix dry fruit powder into the atta so that my son can get some dry fruits in because he runs away from cashew like I used to run away from math. Let's jump right in with the evaluations. First, I would request Toastmaster of the Day, do we have enough time to present the Grammarian's report, or would you like me to request them to paste it in the chat?
He can present. No problem.
Got it. So first of all, I would request the usual evaluators, the speech evaluators, to go ahead and present the evaluation. Followed by that, we will have the evaluation report by the individual tag team members. I request evaluator Sagar Duggal to go ahead and present his evaluation for our icebreaker speech.
I'm a big believer of the adage. I'm a big believer of the adage that a good start is a half victory. And today my beloved speaker embarked himself on a journey of improving his communication skills. Um, I'm I'm so proud of you, Toastmaster Nilesh Gupta, that you talked about your failures in front of us. And believe me, my respective Toastmasters, it is not a simple task, to talk about, to talk about your failures and being, vulnerable in front of everyone, and that too in the ice-breaking speech. And another best part about your speech, Toastmaster Nilesh, uh, is that in all the anecdotes you talked about the timelines. Uh, 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 and this is one of the best part whenever you talk about your stories about the about the anecdotes. It's always an icing on cake that you talk about the timelines. In year 2010 to 15 this happened. In year 2008 this happened. In year 2008 this happened. This always uh, add the flavor of the credibilities for our respective uh, 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 for our respective listeners. I can understand that it was an ice-breaking speech, and it's okay to refer to the notes. It's okay to pause for a while and to recollect your thoughts. Um, however, the next time when However, next time when you will deliver your speech, I urge you to refrain using any sort of notes. Uh, uh, I, in order to flow in order to the good flow of the words. And all in all, it was a wonderful speech. Your hand gestures, and your body language added more credibility to your speech. Uh, and congratulations to you once again. I would love to see you more and more on the virtual stage, and I can vouch on this if you keep coming in this. If you keep coming. and taking part in the virtual Toastmaster meeting. I see you as a spectacular, as a remarkable speaker down the line in the next few months. Uh, 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 and with this, I would like to hand over the stage to our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sagar, for that wonderful evaluation. Moving on, I would request the next evaluator, Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, to give the evaluation for the next speaker.
Okay, so the project objectives, will you read out or it was read out already?
I think the TMOD read out the objective of the project.
Okay, sure. So Kishore, whenever I'm listening to the speech, before the actual speech is delivered or the content of the speech or the delivery style, one thing which is most important for me is what the speaker is talking about. Is that subject of interest to me and to a majority of the people in the meeting? It may be that I'm not interested in that subject. For example, one subject that I can't relate to, and I mea culpa, I know I'm guilty of that, is that I can't relate to environmental topics. But it is definitely of interest to a majority of the people in any audience. Therefore, that's a very relevant subject. Education is one such subject, and you picked up that subject. So I think the first thing that I would want to appreciate you for is picking up a subject like education, which is something which will touch the nerve, right? There are people like me who have been bunking schools pretty regularly and who will still understand the benefits of education. And there are people like Roshni and Smruti who would have probably not missed a single class, right? And they would also appreciate the benefit of education. So education as a subject appeals to everyone, right? It cuts across from the backbencher to the front bencher. So that's a good job. Now, what I also liked is that the entire speech, it never actually appeared more like a speech. It appeared more like a conversation. In fact, in some cases, you even tried to engage the audience, asking them questions, asking them to raise hand. So all of those things are very, very important when you're delivering a speech, and you have absolutely done a good job there. Now, let's take a step back and understand that why were you delivering this speech? What was your objective? Why do we deliver a speech? This particular speech you were delivering to inspire us, right? Or influence us. Now, if you are inspiring us or influencing us, the first thing that I would look for is a CTA, call to action, right? And that is what I was looking for in the speech. Okay, I understood that the education system of the country is broken. I understood that there are many gaps. I understood that there are many things that needs to be fixed. I'm still looking for an answer to the question, what do you want us to do about that? Do you want us to go and start teaching the way we should teach? Do you want us to go and start parenting our kids better? Do you want us to take up voluntary assignments as teachers? What is the specific ask from your audience? When you're influencing the audience, don't leave them with a message on a high note, because you have invested your time and our time in spreading a message which is so phenomenally important, right? So let us reap some dividends out of that. So that is one very key aspect of any speech where you're trying to influence. Apart from that, there is nothing outstanding or remarkable that I would want you to work on. My most important message for you would be, if you're trying to influence us, give us a call to action, because without that, you're firing us all up, and after that, it's just a waste. So continue to build on that, and you'll be a fantastic speaker, influencing people to do great things in life. Thank you. Back to you, Roshni.
Thank you so much, DTM Sourav Dutta, for that wonderful evaluation. I will now request my timer to confirm whether we were in limit for all the table topics and for the speeches and the evaluations.
Well, all the speeches were within time, but evaluators, I don't think we can, all of them have taken time over the limit, but I think it's fine, right?
I think from the learning, Smruti, would you like to shed more light on it regarding the Gabbys policy?
Gaurav, can you please share the timing so that we can help you understand if the person qualified or not?
Yeah.
You can please paste it on chat in interest of time.
Sure. I'll share it on chat.
Please continue, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smruti. I would request the R counter to paste his chat in the report as well, because that would help people check out their individual scores in terms of usage of words. However, would you like to take the stage, Toastmaster Prasang, to give a general idea which are the words you really caught being used too many times?
Should I present the report?
You can paste it in the chat and give your overview of which are the words you felt were being overused.
Mostly people have used a lot many times, and many speakers have used it. And the reason is that like the speaker are not taking the proper pauses. So if they take the proper pauses, they would use the less fillers words. And TM Haris, TM Bala, Manoj Kumar, they used very less counters. So congratulations them. But there's a lot of people who use a lot of counters. Yeah.
Got it. I missed a step where I could not call upon the next evaluator that we have, that is the table topics evaluation. The table topics evaluation will be taken care of. So, Master Smruti, can you help me with the table topics evaluators? Let me confirm, Joane Joseph.
Yes, she is here and I did spotlight her.
Toastmaster Joane Joseph is a content writer and passionate reader. She's an introvert who finds joy in conversation. She immerses herself in diverse music genres and languages, while her free evenings are spent treasure hunting in vintage book and stationery stores. Hailing from Mumbai, she cherishes the sunrises and sunsets at Marine Drive. Over to you, Joane Joseph, to give us a quick and fantastic evaluation of all the table topics.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I hope I'm audible. So let's start quickly. We had the first speaker, that is Toastmaster Harsh, or Distinguished Toastmaster Harsh Bijli. And one thing that I liked about your speech was you started with a very positive comment. You said it's a 100-year-old organization which is doing wonderfully. So you gave the credit, you gave the positive statement comment, and didn't say that there's something wrong, which usually we think about. So that was quick thinking, very professional thinking on your part, and I love that. You spoke about Jugaad as something that you wanted to bring in. Quickly, you connected it to the theme. Again, I liked it. What could you have improved upon more? Your language, your presentation was really good. Go deep, go a little deeper. That is what I would say. Because what happens if you give one answer? This was a single answer, Jugaad, that's a project. Now you have 2 minutes left, and then it feels as if the table topic has gone flat. So you could have added what will be level 1 project, at least one project from level 1, one project from level 2. Quick thinking and adding that details gives weight to your own table topics. It feels like, oh God, this is like a prepared speech. So that details was missing, but otherwise I really loved the Jugaad concept and the positive way in which you brought in the entire speech. Loved it. Second, it was guest, if I'm not wrong, it was guest Aritra. So first of all, Aritra, if you're a guest, you're not a Toastmaster, then a wonderful take on a very difficult topic. What would you do when you reach late on a wrong wedding? First thing, if you could have come on camera, I would have loved it, because I cannot give you any kind of evaluation on your facial expression or body language. So keeping that aside, I loved your take. It was very confident. You were you knew what you wanted to do, whether it worked or not, didn't matter. And I loved the gift part that you said, if I have a gift, I'll give the gift and that will take care of the thing. So I loved it. For you, Aritra, if I can give you one, it's like a one recommendation, rather a suggestion is, try thinking 360 degree. What happens is you're now only thinking about the scenario. You're in the trap that the table topic master wants to put you in. You are now controlled by the scenario. Think about other things. Why did you come late? Who all were there with you? Which wedding were you going to go? Okay, what will happen if you don't go to that wedding? See, these are all content points that you can talk about, but you miss it because we all get trapped with that title that the table topic master gives. And this is a skill that we have to develop as speakers, that even if we get one topic, how do you change it? Take a 360 degree view and talk about something more. So that's something you can think about. Our third speaker was Prasad Ghumare. Oh God, God says, grant you wish, either promotion or a new talent. And I'm sure everybody of us want a new talent. Promotion, we'll get it somehow. That's why we are in Toastmasters. But the talent point, I liked it. You spoke about your personal experience, right? How you personally feel and you don't believe that much, or your trust in God is now in question. And I like that aspect. One thing you can focus on is, if if you feel like the speech is something difficult, think of a dialogue. You can simply start talking to God and show us what your expressions are, your feelings are with God, right? I would have loved it if you would just have a conversation with God and said, you know what, enough is enough. I have always asked for things and you have always made things difficult for me. So no, I'm not going to ask for neither promotion nor a new skill. I'll get both on my own. Right? So that gives a twist, a flavor of a difference. And then it feels like, wow. So something like that. Think of dialogues, think of settings when you attempt your table topic. Fourth was Toastmaster Bala. And you, like, you know, in the International Court of Toastmasters, and you have not given a speech for 4 months, which I'm sure Bala will never be guilty of. He gives a speech at least once a week. I'm sure about that. So I know it's difficult for you. And one thing, Bala, I'll tell you, I loved the entire tape. No doubt about that. But one thing your table topic master said, which actually is something you can think about. 80% of people use the spouse thing, right? So I would have loved it if you would have come with something new. Whatever you presented was good. I'm not saying no to that. But from someone like you, I'm expecting a little bit more, something new. And how can you do that is, you can think about the arguments. Why is it necessary for giving a speech that Toastmaster International would have with you, and how you are going to talk through and say, no, I don't think it's important. And then maybe conclude in a way where you feel that it's important. You get my point. I hope you're getting my point, right? That conversation in the courtroom would have been lovely to see, because the conversation in the bedroom, we have heard it many times. That's a fact. So something you can think about, Toastmaster Bala, and I'm sure you'll do justice to this courtroom next time. Last was Toastmaster Manoj, and that was a difficult question. Change the storyline of Alchemist Part 2. So here again, Manoj, you spoke beautifully. You had as if you have prepared for a story in your mind, like, you know, your biography or your memoir. You're going to write it pretty soon, not even someday. I could see that, you know, I'm going back with in my life, not forward. Everything lies within. The details were there. So in this table topic, I felt details were there. So then what could have been better is, number one, too many details, too many things. So what are you trying to say? Is nothingness the message of your part 2, or is everything lies within? Is that the message of your part 2? So in the end, I feel like he's ready to write the memoir, but he doesn't know what that memoir is going to be about, right? Too many details. So that is one. And second, I'll tell you, why should your life be Alchemist Part 2? It can be Manoj Part 1, right? Or Manoj the Manoj, right? So you can, again, don't get trapped with the title that the table topic master gives you. She or he may say, go for the second part. You can say, I'm not going to write Alchemist Part 2 because I love Alchemist. I don't think it needs a Part 2. Sequels are boring, or sequels actually make things worse, which we know Bollywood is what do you say? If you know Bollywood, you know that's true, right? So you can simply go against the topic and say, I'll write my own, the memoir of Manoj, and then give the details. But overall, I loved it. And a huge shout out for the table topic master. What wonderful table topic she brought in. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joanne, for that lovely rapid fire evaluation. I could sense the urgency. I could sense that you wanted to finish in time and yet you overshot it a bit, but lovely evaluation. I'll get back to evaluation later. For now, I would request the grammarian to paste his report in the chat without taking the names of the specific people who made the errors. We avoid doing that. So please paste the general report in the chat. If you have any specific feedback that you would love to highlight, please, the stage is yours, Toastmaster Sudhir. Toastmaster Sudhir?
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. I'll post my report in the chat box, and there is a beautiful use of language. Particularly, the word has been given today, word of the day. Most of the people, especially 6 to 7 Toastmasters, have used those words, and lot of quotes, beautiful quotes has been shared. And over to you. I'll post my report in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudhir, for the grammarian's report. And I request the Toastmasters to go through the grammarian's report once, because sometimes it really helps to have an overall view of the mistakes that we're making and how we can work on them. I'll move on to the next part, that is my general evaluation. I'll start with the meeting which I attended late. So there's a feedback from me that I should be online before the meeting actually starts. Toastmaster Smruti was there, and when I logged in, I could sense that she had the control of the room, and she was actually making conversation and using the session in session's first few minutes to actually connect with all the Toastmasters and all the guests who had come. She had a very fair idea of all the different Toastmasters who usually attend the meetings. And that is really something I look up to, because just knowing your audience really matters, because it makes people feel seen and heard. So thank you, Toastmaster Smruti, for doing that. You also gave information about the next session, which is really something commendable, because sometimes we really lose track and focus only on the particular meeting. However, Toastmasters is also about the next session and the what comes after. So thank you for doing that. That's a very good practice. Moving on, Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil. The best part about your entire presentation was the way you used humor. So for me, the takeaway from today's session was, even if you're very serious, even if you're not serious, you cannot but help laugh at the funny things that sometimes you come across. Thank you for giving me 2 hours worth of fun with random images. With that, I would also love to highlight that you used amazing words here. You mentioned during your Toastmaster of the Day presentation that you come from Hindi medium background, but the words you use, such as enterprising, hinterland, ubiquitous, are really high order words, and kudos to you for using that. I also loved your vocal variety and the way you try to bring energy into the session. Something that I would recommend to you is that do not blur the background, because sometimes what happens is a part of, like for example, my background is blurred right now. Some of my hand gestures or the props that I'm using, amazing job using props, but the props that I'm using may not be visible. So when you're using props, try to avoid using the blurred background. This was a feedback given to me during my speeches as well. So that's something I give to speakers who are more prone to give their feedback or conduct their sessions with the props. Toastmaster Gaurav, thank you so much for the high energy and the correct use of the term Jugaad. Prasang Mani, lovely energy and clear description of your role. Thank you so much for that. Sudhir, thank you for the high energy and good job on spelling out the word tinker. This is something that really goes amiss, because sometimes when new words are introduced, we do not know the spelling and we miss out on it. So thank you for spelling it out for us. The general evaluator needs to check all the roles that are present, because in her evaluation or in her job of reading out roles, she forgot a couple of roles. So which is very uncharacteristic of her, and she apologizes for that. High energy of Sudharma. Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma, for the high energy that you brought in your introduction. A suggestion here for the Toastmaster of the Day. There was a period of time during the meeting where you showed us images. My request to you is, since you've already put in the effort to select the correct images and to put them in place together, why not add some music to it? Because whenever we see certain images on the screen and there's no background noise, my mind goes blank. What am I staring at? Am I supposed to laugh? Remember in Friends or any other comedy movie, sometimes the music or the background noise tells you that it is funny. So please do that next time when you're putting in effort to create a presentation. Add the music or the background noise. Moving on. Sunil, you always checked for the presence of the speakers, which is something very commendable, that you confirm whether the speaker and the evaluator both are present before both the speaker sessions. Nilesh Gupta, I think you have already received your evaluation from your evaluator. I would like to highlight some of the other things that your evaluator did not mention, or perhaps did not get the time to mention. It is the good use of hand gestures. This is something I always emphasize on, because it really shows that you have the confidence. So good use of hand gestures. You mentioned that you had the courage to reinvent yourself, that failure is a part of the journey, and a lot of other motivational things, which really helped me connect with your speech. And I think every one of us in this meeting room were really, really rooting for you. We were waiting to hear the success story at the end of it. And I think by the end of your speech, it became clear that the success story is you not giving up. So kudos on that lovely speech. I love the way you use certain words such as perseverance, resilience. So those are the good words that you used, and I want you to continue to do these things, because like your evaluator said, if you keep speaking up, if you keep coming on the stage, you will get better. Another thing I would like to commend you for is your good use of quotations. It's always good to have a few quotes handy in your mind when you go on stage. So you use lovely quotes. So thank you for that. I would also like to remind you that there was one word which particularly stuck out to me. It was tugged. So let's avoid using the word stuck. And something as a challenge to you for your next speeches, try to put in the word of the day in your speech. I know it comes at the last moment. It is very tough to add it, but try to add in somewhere in the beginning or the end so that, you get that credit, extra credit, ki haan, you use the word of the day. Okay, so that's my recommendation to you. The next speaker, Toastmaster Kishore, you jumped right in with high energy. You took me on a journey. You made me feel that yes, education system was messed up. Thank you for taking that topic up. Good use of hand gestures, good use of word of the day. You used the word of the day. And I also love the fact that your speech was peppered with humor. Just like how Nilesh Gupta's story was more about resilience and never giving up, your story was more about the humor aspect of it, and it was very light-hearted, and I loved it. Something that I recommend to you is, and it's a challenge for the next speech that you present online. Mind you, I know that when you present in person, this might not be an issue. But when we are presenting online, we are really limited to one space, right? So we have a habit of rocking back and forth. And that was something that was really distracting me while you were speaking. So usually I evaluate speeches based on the content, delivery, and the energy. So you checked the box for content. You checked the box for delivery. And the energy was there. Good. But sometimes just the backward and forward motion can distract people or distract the listener. So don't do that. Avoid it. I recommend that you watch a couple of YouTube videos of Toastmasters speeches that are conducted online. There are specific tutorial videos where you see examples of how we can give online speeches in a better manner. So go ahead and do that. I'm sure you'll get better pointers. Moving on to the next section, that is launching a poll. This is something I saw for the first time, Toastmaster Sunil. So lovely job on that. You launched a poll during the session and you actually incorporated the feedback of the session. Great job on that. I think many of the Toastmasters from external clubs are going to steal this idea from you. Table Topics Master Bindu, thank you so much for the lovely introduction for each and every topic. Also, thank you for actually taking the background information of each speaker before you handed out the topics. I loved how for Orithro, you asked him first whether he's a Toastmaster or whether he has attended sessions before. For Toastmaster Manoj, you did the same. So irrespective of the speakers, you just made sure that you choose the correct topics for them. Good job on that. Another thing that I would like to really commend you for is you, at the end of each table topics, you connected the speech with your own feelings. You gave your own opinion about the topic. So thank you for that. That is something the Toastmaster of the Day usually also does, but you brought it into your table topic master session as well. So thank you for doing that. Amazing job on that. You also had a wonderful vocabulary. I was just waiting to hear what are the new words you're going to use. So sometimes it really feels wonderful when you have somebody who can use the good words. Just be very mindful of the words you use, because sometimes when you use good words, we also tend to use them in the incorrect way. So we need to focus on that. I'll also jump right into the table topics evaluation section. Harish Balgi, great job on introducing the Toastmasters world in your table topic speech, and a good use of the word of the day. This is something your evaluator missed out, that you were one of the few table topic speakers who actually used the word of the day. Orithra Ghoshal, good job on asking the topics and thanking the person for it, but actually you don't need to do that. In table topics, you're supposed to jump right in with your speech and begin it. Prasad Kumar, I don't have any feedback for you at the moment. So I'll move on to the next speaker, that is Toastmaster Bala. I loved your high energy. I love that you painted a story with words talking about different role takers, and you also were one of the speakers who used the word of the day. So thank you for that. Toastmaster Manoj, I love the way that you actually brought your own creative flavor to your table topic speech. The only feedback I would have for you is take a few minutes to structure your thought and present them, because that would make your words more impactful. The last section of my evaluation is the actual evaluators. So my feedback to Sagar, Duggal, the evaluator for the first speaker, is lovely vocal variety, good use of words, and thank you for actually commending the speaker whose icebreaker speech. This was icebreaker speech. So the first directive is always be kind, be courteous, be nice, be encouraging. So you checked all those boxes. Thank you for doing that. And good job for being a motivating evaluator. Something that I would like you to work on is when you give a feedback, make sure that it is something that is very much actionable. And this is something that Sourav Dutta did amazingly. So when I was hearing his evaluation, it actually felt like an educational session of its own, wherein he actually explained the purpose of the speech and how we need to focus on the storytelling aspect of it. What are the takeaways? So Sagar, this is something I want you to focus on. When you give an evaluation, make sure it is actionable and it connects with the audience in general, because evaluation is in itself a huge game where you have to evaluate not just the speaker, you have to give a speech to the entire audience, and the entire room needs to believe in what you are saying. With that, I move on to the last section, that is the table topics evaluation. Thank you, Joane Joseph, for that rapid fire evaluation. I know it's always difficult to be a table topics evaluator and give a rapid fire evaluation. I'm right now doing it with rapid fire. But good use of hand gestures, good job pointing out the specific details, noting the topics, making use of the correct word of the day usage. I think you missed out in only one instance. And lovely use of your own creative energy to give examples. That is something I want you to keep doing, because really it was helpful, and I hope that someday I can copy that from you. With that, I come to the end of my evaluation. Overall, a lovely meeting, and as always, I loved attending this meeting purely because of the huge variety of speakers who are there and the lovely, lovely creativity brought on by all of you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil.
Is something remaining, Roshni? Remaining. Sudharma, listener, you forgot in introduction time. Now again, she was coming up, going back. She was coming up.
I think Toastmaster Sudharma is not going to forgive me for this. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma, for your listener session.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I have 4 questions. First one, what is the topic of Toastmaster Nilesh?
Learning from failure. Learning from failure.
Yeah, who was that?
Prasang.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasang. Yeah, it was learning from failure, growing with hope. Second question, what was the result of Toastmaster Sunil's poll? The poll results, what was the most favorite item?
The coffee maker.
Okay. Then our table topic master introduced the table topic session in another word. That means she introduced the table topic sessions blank something. What is that?
Machiavellian.
No, not that. I mean.
No.
He introduced the session as another meaning, that impromptu. Yeah, she told that also. Another word she mentioned. I heard it in first time. It is do or die session. You can do or die. She mentioned that. Then our second speaker's evaluation, DTM Sourav mentioned a key recommendation. What was that key recommendation?
CTA.
Give some this one for what is the learning for the takeaway from the for the audience. Call of action.
Call to action.
What is the call for attention? Yeah. That was action. Thank you. And I think our audience were 80% active in listening, so we can improve more. Audio general.
Thank you so much, listener Toastmaster Sudharma. Now I finally hand over to Toastmasters of the Day, Sunil Gupta.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for successfully and wonderfully conducting the section. Now, last question, with it quite related with us. Can any one of you tell me the best Jugaad that is adopted and still being used on Toastmasters? You are all Toastmasters.
Online sessions?
Yeah, great. Right, correct. Online meetings. Online meetings. When the COVID-19 pandemic broke out in 2020, Toastmasters district leaders guided all clubs to meet online. And over 80% Toastmasters clubs met online during the lockdowns. Apart from this, you can apply Jugaad technology for thinking on your feet to to respond effectively, unexpected table topics, and give constructive feedbacks. Thus, you can remain flexible in your communication style and connect to different audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, Jugaad is a popular Indian concept that refers to finding creative solutions to everyday problems, often with limited resources. It encourages creativity, fosters resourcefulness, and promotes sustainability. Jugaad encourages individuals to find sustainable solutions to everyday problems, reducing waste and minimizing environmental impact. Now, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer for announcing the results. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Can you please hear it for him for making that jugaad for today's meeting? A well-prepared jugaad, rather. We loved the session, the beautiful example, the presentation concept. Thank you so much for enlightening us with this awesome topic. Now, without further ado, in interest of time, let me quickly launch the poll. Please take this moment to vote for your favorite role taker, evaluator, whichever poll is coming up on your screen very quickly. Meanwhile, as I mentioned before, if you didn't get a chance to speak earlier, it's your time again. We would love to hear from you, your feedback, your inputs, or your experience while joining this particular meeting. Now, may I ask someone to please, may I request Binsi? Binsi is like one of our new members of the Gabbys family. Would you like to share your thoughts on this particular meeting? Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you. So I think after attending every session, I'm getting more and more motivated to attend more meetings going forward. And this is my third online session and learning a lot of things, new words and different aspects of communication skills. And it's really exciting. And maybe one of the observation I have is like maybe a little more time management. I think still we can improve a little bit further. So otherwise, I think it's a wonderful session and looking forward. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vinci, for your feedback as well as for your experience which you have shared. May I request who next? May I request Prasad? Prasad is our member, but I would like to hear it from Prasad that what was your one key input from this particular meeting, if you would like to share. Prasad, if you're still with us. Okay, no problem. May I request Toastmaster Kendall to please enlighten us with your feedback, please? Toastmaster Kendall Cato, if you're still with us. Okay, no, he is not here. Who else would like to share something? Nilesh, how did you feel about giving the first icebreaker speech? How was your experience?
Some nervousness I was feeling while giving my speech. Before starting the speech, I was thinking that I am able to do or not. But while giving my speech, I stuck in the some 3-4 times, but it was good. As
Nilesh,
expected.
it was very good. And you had evaluations from the general evaluator, from your specific evaluator. If I might add something, I felt in your speech today, when the moment when you were nervous, I was equally nervous with you. Felt as if, okay, here he's going to add something. And the moment where you shared a learning, we all echoed the same. So thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience. We wish you to come again and again and share all your experience through speeches or through via taking roles or taking table topics. So kudos for today and wish you good luck for your next future meetings as well.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
in interest of time, we have the poll result with me. Let me quickly announce the results here. To start with, the most important and critical segment the set of role takers is our auxiliary role taker, the people who actually run the entire show. So out of all the auxiliary role takers, the winner for today, the favorite auxiliary role taker is our timer Toastmaster Gaurav Babu. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Thank you so much, and equally thanks to our other three auxiliary role takers as well. Moving ahead, we had our table topic speakers. Well, this speaker stole the thunder. To be honest, I mean, the humor was bought. I was actually counting. I think Prasang, I can see the smile on Prasang's face, and he understood who is the favorite one here, without a doubt. It is Toastmaster Bala. He is not here. He is here. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bala. We loved your humor in the table topic today. Next, we had our favorite evaluator. Our favorite evaluator for this particular meeting is distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Congratulations. And now the key role takers. Today, the key role takers. Oh yeah, I have none. The favorite key role takers of today's particular meeting is our table topic master, Toastmaster Bindu Joseph, for those beautiful, thought-provoking question, yet quite engaging one. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all our winners for contributing and all the role takers for making the meeting more productive, and all the visiting Toastmasters and members to add value to this particular meeting. Well, that is all about Toastmasters, and it don't stop in one particular meeting. Gabbys gives us an opportunity to meet 3 times a week. So we welcome you to meet us again Thursday, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And don't forget, the special meeting of 18th January is waiting for you. Do come and meet that hybrid arrangement as well. Till that time, we officially adjourn the meeting. Wish you good luck for all your future endeavors. Keep learning. Take care. I officially close the meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.